Hey guys, Dead Ponic here. So I just want to say that this is officially my 350th video. And I just want to say thank you for sticking with me through all this and, watching my videos and all that. Next milestone will be 500 videos, so stay tuned for that whenever we get there. But, on with the review. Hey guys, Dead Ponic here. So the latest episode of Ahsoka just dropped last night, and I was really excited actually. Well, first of all, I have to address a couple things. First of all, I don't care what anybody says. The de-aging on Anakin is pretty spot on. I'd say it's really well done, and any chance to see Hayden again is just it's a treat. And I didn't even know he was going to be involved. I had speculations about whether he was going to be involved in this project, but the fact that he's here is just it's absolutely insanity. But so the episode kind of does this thing where it transitions back and forth between Ahsoka and what I can only describe as either purgatory or an in between world. It's not the land between because she would have to be dead. And as it's revealed later on at the end of the episode, she is very much alive. She was just unconscious in the water. So I imagine this is some kind of force vision. But so Anakin they kind of reunite. They talk a little bit, crack a few jokes. And this is the episode where I was kind of worried about how they were going to do like the emotion of regarding Rosario Dawson. Now, don't get me wrong, Rosario Dawson does a very fine job as Ahsoka in terms of the physical appearance and most of the action sequences. She really needed to nail the emotional side. So instead of doing what I thought they were going to do, basically Ahsoka goes through a bit of goes a bit back in time, basically, and basically she's in her younger self. Now, I have one issue with this because this is supposed to be, this younger Ahsoka is supposed to be like at the very start, early on in the Clone Wars. So now the child actor that they got to play the young Ahsoka, I think she does a pretty good job. The only thing is her outfit. Now, in the show, in TCW, she wears this tube top thing, which I was okay with, but compared to her later outfit, that's tame by comparison. So the fact that they got a different outfit for her, it kind of threw me off. And also, this is a big question for me. Did they dub TCW Anakin's voice over Hayden? Because it sure sounds like it. And then they do this whole thing with Anakin kind of has his lesson is like you have to choose live or die. And now the lightsaber fights are pretty standard stuff. It's pretty standard stuff. It's nothing that serious. Oh, also they had a live action Rex, which holy crap, guys, you did it. Now, he doesn't take his helmet off, but I know that voice when I hear it. It's definitely Tamara Morrison. So, I'm okay with that. You know what? I'm okay with that. The weird thing is that it transitions from, so basically there's the lightsaber fight at the beginning and near the end of Ahsoka's little vision quest. Basically where Anakin goes from, being this lighthearted, kind master and teaching Ahsoka, like, the values of being a soldier and being a warrior to, embracing his dark side. And I actually don't mind this. And because this is supposed to be a Force vision of some kind, or, he's just conversing with Ahsoka and trying to teach her some valuable lesson, which I didn't really catch on to, but I guess the idea is that you gotta find something worth living and fighting for, I guess. And so Ahsoka says, I choose to live. And then it turns out, she's very much alive, and they don't really cut to the villains, which I imagine they didn't want to do because they wanted to save that for the next episode. But in between all that, Hera has to deal with, looking for Ahsoka and Sabine, and Hugh Yang's kind of dealing with the guilt. And also, okay, so Jason apparently has some Force sensibility, which, I mean, granted that his dad was Kanan, which begs another question. When the hell did Kanan and Hera find time to do that? In between, all the war and all the fighting and all that. It's not really important, but it's something to look back on. But, so the episode basically ends with Ahsoka, she comes out of the water. She's in a different outfit this time after she gets rescued, which is weird because I had gotten used to her kind of bluish outfit. Now she's in this whitish outfit, which is kind of weird. And so basically, well, they have no way to find Sabine. But Ahsoka basically, uses the Force to conversate with the space whale octopus thingies. And meanwhile, while Hera's kind of under threat of, her command being permanently suspended because her mission wasn't technically sanctioned. But, well, basically, after Ahsoka and Hugh Yang go in their ship and they are actually inside the whale's mouth, basically, the X-Wing pilot, Carson, he basically has to kind of say to the fleet commander, look, you're not going to believe this, but here's the total story. And then a whole pod of these space whale thingies come out of the planet, and, well, they set off. Now, for God's sake, guys, stop teasing us with this, because they have to get this in the next episode, because otherwise, what's the point of bringing in Thrawn if you're not going to have him in the show? Because you've been teasing us for 4 episodes, guys. Seriously, 4 episodes. And I'm really hoping, I'm praying to, well, I'm not praying, but I'm just hoping that Thrawn's introduction is just, it has to be done right. But I can imagine like Thrawn just sitting in a chair reading a book and with his with glasses on, and just the villains come up and say, "Oh, hi Thrawn, we're here to bring you back from your exile." And you're like, "Oh, thank you, but why should I come back?" kind of thing. I think that would be an interesting plotline to explore. I think also, bringing in a live action Ezra would be interesting, even though I don't know how they would do that. I don't know how they're going to write him because he's been missing for a long time. I have a funny feeling that Sabine the only reason she surrendered willingly is so she could find out the scope of the operation. So, and I have a funny feeling that she and Shin are gonna fight again, and this time, Sabine's gonna win, probably. I also have a funny feeling that Ahsoka is gonna be, she's gonna be more powerful now, and she's gonna be more skilled. So that kind of is that would be a good thing. And also, she has it's weird. It's very strange. But for me, I really like this episode. I like the fact that they brought Hayden back. I like the going back in time to the Clone Wars. Now, this one's gonna be a little weird for me, but yeah, again, with the whole Ahsoka outfit thing, I understand why they did it. It just kind of threw me off. Everything else is just absolutely brilliant. It's not necessarily I think this is kind of a semi-filler episode, but it's still a really well done episode. Now, I really wish... Now, actually, I do think Rosario Dawson does a really good job in terms of the emotion, because when she sees Anakin, it's she's absolutely shocked, but also I like the fact that she's unsure what to make of this. But then she kind of, when she gets rescued, she kind of lightens up a little bit. She's more playful, and she's definitely more of the Ahsoka that came from TCW, which I really enjoy. Anyway, so hopefully next week we get Thrawn. And I'm really hoping that Morgan Elsbeth gets her due justice. I'm really hoping that the New Republic gets off their asses and does something, because Thrawn's coming back. And it's not going to be fun. So, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you later.